Have you ever noticed how often people use God's name casually? Phrases like "Oh my God" or "Jesus Christ" are thrown around all the time, often without a second thought. But what does the Bible actually say about this? Let's dive into the Third Commandment and uncover its deep meaning. The Third Commandment, found in Exodus chapter 20 verse 7, says, "You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. For the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name." This is often translated as "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain." At first glance, this seems straightforward. Don't use God's name as a curse word. And while that's certainly part of it, the commandment's meaning goes so much deeper. In ancient biblical culture, a name wasn't just a label. It represented the very essence, character, and authority of a person. When God revealed his name, Yahweh, to Moses at the burning bush, it was a profound act of intimacy. He was sharing his very identity. Therefore, to misuse his name wasn't just about saying a bad word. It was about treating God himself with disrespect. So, what does it mean to take the name in vain? The Hebrew word for vain is shav, which means empty, worthless, or for a false purpose. This broadens our understanding significantly. It's not just about cursing. It includes making false promises or oaths in God's name. Think about someone saying "I swear to God" when they have no intention of keeping their word. That's a direct violation. Attaching God's holy name to a lie, making it seem empty and worthless. It also applies to hypocrisy. When we claim to be followers of God, but our actions don't reflect his character, we are misrepresenting him. We are carrying his name, his reputation, but in an empty or vain way. It's like wearing a company uniform, but acting in a way that brings shame to the company. As Christians, we are ambassadors for Christ. Our lives should bring honor to his name, not disgrace. Every act of kindness, every moment of integrity, every word of truth honors his name. But let's go even further. Taking God's name in vain can also involve using it for manipulative purposes. This could be using religious language to control others, gain power, or justify selfish actions. It's treating the sacred name of God as a tool for personal gain, which is a grave offense. Imagine using the holy name of the Creator for something so trivial and self-serving. So, how do we honor the Third Commandment today? It starts with our speech. We should be mindful of how we use God's name, reserving it for worship, prayer, and reverent conversation. Instead of saying "Oh my God," we can consciously choose words that don't trivialize his holy name. This isn't about legalism. It's about love and respect. When you truly revere someone, you treat their name with honor. Beyond our words, we honor his name with our lives. This means striving to live with integrity, honesty, and love. When we make a promise, we should keep it. When we represent ourselves as his children, our actions should reflect his goodness and grace. Our lives become a living testimony to the greatness of his name. Finally, we honor his name by truly knowing it. This means spending time in his word, in prayer, and in fellowship with other believers to understand his character more deeply. The more we understand who God is, his love, his justice, his mercy, his power, the more natural it becomes to treat his name with the awe and reverence it deserves. His name isn't just a word, it represents the promise of salvation, the hope of eternity, and the power that created the universe. The third commandment isn't a restrictive rule designed to trip us up. It's an invitation into a deeper relationship with God, one built on reverence and respect. It calls us to align our words and our actions with the holy character of the God whose name we carry. So let's be people who don't just avoid misusing His name, but who actively seek to glorify it in everything we say and do. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content exploring the depth of the Scriptures. See you next time.